now see the giant white SUV. Really? Jeez.
This car right behind me tailgates me through this zipper merge and ends up kind of forcing their way in front of the pickup truck, and the pickup truck lets them know they're not happy by giving them some horn.
You're in sliced fruit. Allowed to soak for 3 to 6 hours. Strain to remove the sliced fruit. Fill hyped up in pretty bottles with fancy price tags. But as waste products go, those of yeast are endlessly useful. We'll dispense with the carbon dioxide first. If the fermentation is taking place in the batch, the carbon dioxide simply
Totally in 2 lanes right now. In the lane.
Merging tends to be a struggle for some people here. This guy actually comes to a complete stop on the off-ramp, even though there was plenty of room for him to get up to speed in front of the guy in front of us. We have our own lane getting onto the highway, but they insist on crossing over the solid line early and actually cut off a semi-truck that's coming up in the middle lane. And yes, they actually honk back at the semi-truck because they're that much of an idiot. What's going on? I don't know if this was road rage or a mechanical failure, but this work van comes to a complete stop in the right lane here with nothing in front of them. And there was also that entire exit ramp and a shoulder that they could have gone into. And people are swerving onto the shoulder. It's all kinds of a mess back there. In Oregon, you are allowed to cross a solid line. Also, the HOV lane wasn't even active right now, so it's just the left lane.
Jesus fucking Christ. Ooh. Somebody was upset about that. Oh geez, that guy's just going for it.
Going the wrong way. Jeez. Come on, man.
I'm normally more forgiving of semi-trucks cutting me off than regular cars, but this is pretty egregious, and all they had to do was just signal a little bit earlier.
Oh yeah.
Oh my. Oh my.
This little side road is up in the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest. This is pretty much the reason I have this truck, is we just like to go on little adventures, go on side roads. This is actually a good example of a dispersed campsite that we'll find out in the forest areas, anywhere in the United States actually. If it's a Bureau of Land Management or a U.S. Forest Service owned land, you can generally camp on the land without a fee or any prior permission or anything. Usually you just need to be out of the way. Obviously, don't leave trash. Be wary of the wildfire notices that are going on in Oregon. There's often campfire bans. I'm not going to go ahead and re-edit that because I'm already at the end here, but yeah, campfires. Don't light campfires if they're not allowed. But anyway, it was pretty. This was the first snow of the year. This was back end of November, and yeah, this will be an example of a campsite that you can just drive up to, park, sleep the night, and then leave. I'm mentioning that because at the end of the year, actually in 2 days, holy crap, we're going on just a little road trip. We're renting an SUV that is a little bit newer than this one, and we're going to do a dispersed camping trip where we stay like 4 nights in various locations. We'll be up in central and eastern Oregon and Washington. We're doing kind of a weird little loop. So that'll be fun. I should have some clips from that trip. Probably mostly scenic clips, but there might be, a crazy driver or two or something else that's worth posting. So take an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for that. Don't take your eye out. That's bad. This has been a completely incoherent voiceover, so I hope you've enjoyed. Have a lovely rest of your year.